Princess. Today we're doing a how-to on graphic designing. I just want to throw this out there. I am not a professional. Not at all. Not a graphic designing. I am a professional entertainer. But here I'm going to show you a few basics on things that I was taught and things that I kind of self-learned over time on graphic designing. I was referred this program called Gimp 2, which we'll be using today. And I really love it. It does everything that I need to do for now. Like I said, I can show you the basics and you can customize things the way you want to. This program can do so much. There's so much potential if you just kind of like open yourself to learning it. I will show you some very, very basic things. And if you guys like the video, then maybe I can get into depth into more tips and tricks for this program. Like I said, I am not a professional, but I've just kind of learned things by my friend and from self-teaching, just kind of fiddling around with the program myself. So here I just opened up the program. There's nothing that's actually started. There's no project. So we're actually going to continue and make a project. So on the top left hand corner there's a button called File. So we're going to drop down to that and click New. This will start a new project. And I want my width to be at 1,500. Now, depending on the type of design that you want to do, you're always going to want to change the size. But I'm doing something for my profile, so this is the measurements that I want for now. And you'll see something on how I'll put my whole entire profile together in a sec. So this is going to be my one template, and generically it'll start off white, obviously, because that's your secondary color. But I actually want this color to be black, so I'm just going to paint it black for now. Another thing going forward that's really great to do is kind of have an idea of what you want to start. I already had an idea coming into this project, and the thing that I usually do to prep for my project is kind of like go on Google and like find things I want to download to add into my graphic design. So I already did that on the back end before I'm making this video, so I'm just gonna pretty much start. I want to do some text files here on the top. I already know the font that I want, so that's pretty much easy pickings right now. Everyone else, finding a font is very crucial onto how your graphic will come out, depending on what style you're going for or how the other icons you have in your graphic design can kind of like balance or hinder your graphics. So here I had picked this Sitka banner bold italic, and I actually want this white. Alright, and then we're going to just make this pretty big, and we're just going to type this subscribe. Alright, now, the trick to getting this centered out without actually doing any lines here is to kind of just moving this all the way to the edge of your graphic here. And then you can click on this, and then click on the center alignment right here. So now you have it centered without actually trying to figure out where the center is, and it's very helpful. But I actually am thinking I will make this a little smaller. So let's try selecting everything and like shrinking it a bit. Alright, I think this should be good. I might want to go back and change it later. I'm going to open as a layer, and we're going to open this. Okay, so here is my crown. Obviously it's too big, and especially because you don't know what I'm trying to do with it, you're gonna be like, well, why is it so big? Alright, so that's just normally the size, but you always want to modify it to the size that you want. I think it might have to be somewhat, okay, that's a little too small. So I just did Control Z, which is my undo button. For your undo button, you could always go up here. I'm just very good at keyboarding, copying and pasting, so you'll see a lot of that back and forth. Alright, so I'm just going to try scaling this maybe down to like 70. And it'll automatically change your height based on the measurement of the graphic. It wants to make it balance onto the already scale that it's on. Alright, so I think this actually might be a perfect size. But I'm just going to test it out here. So the thing is, this happens a lot trying to move a certain thing. So you might want to like check to make sure the box that you have that you want to move is highlighted. so that you don't keep moving other stuff around. It does get to be a pain in the ass sometimes, but yeah, that's just kind of like part of the deal. Alright, so for now I want to leave this here. I also want to do a new layer. Click on layer and then click on new layer, and we're just gonna leave it as the same because it's just gonna allow you to use the whole background. And I'm gonna do another text layer here. So in the text layer here, I'm just gonna make it about this big, and I'm gonna move, oh, and apparently it did not stay. Okay, so I gotta type something in first. Let's see, white here, and back to my cursive here. All right. And we're gonna say oh, and it went back to black. That's fun. So if you delete something, obviously it just takes it away. You just retype it and like make sure you immediately type something in chat. Subscribe icon. All right, so here I'm gonna move this to a left align, and I do want to make this just a hair bigger, but I might want to change that size again. So I'm just going to do this temporarily. That way I can have everything that I want said and figure out the size that I want to do. All right. And next one is going to be access to exclusive emotes, priority gameplay with princess, special role, and access in Discord. Get more crowns for giveaways. Get more, wait, no. Get a customized commands. All right, so the reason why I'm like looking back and forth is because I already made a banner for this subscribe information. I'm just kind of copying the information and throwing it on to the new one since I can't really copy and paste it because I don't have the project on this computer. So this is everything basically from scratch. All right, so I actually do want to move this over so it's more centered. So we're going to start with the crown for now, temporarily move that there, and I'm going to throw this like right about here. All right, so that is a lot better. I might want to move this just a pinch up, and maybe not. All right, let's see. So this is the whole thing where I'm talking about I'm very picky with my graphic design. So I'm constantly trying to make it better. So there's a lot of tweaking. All right, so here, move this right about there. Okay, so now my crown, I want to mess with this crown again. And the background, of course, I keep clicking onto. All right, here we go, crown. All right, so let me see how this looks if I, is this my crown layer? Yes, this is my crown layer. So I'm just gonna like rename this really fast. If I can, let's see, there we go, crown. So you just double click on the text to rename it. All right, so now I'm gonna duplicate it since it's gonna, so that way it'll keep the same size instead of me having to reopen as a new layer. It'll automatically do a layer. So now it's just gonna be right over the actual image that you duplicated it from, and I'm just gonna drag it down to the position that I want. So I think, let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible size. I could try shrinking it just a pinch more and see how that looks. Let's try like 60. Yeah, 60 definitely looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the copy and duplicate it once more and then drag it down. I'm gonna duplicate the copy and background again, and drag it down and duplicate the copy again and drag it down and duplicate the copy, drag it down, and once more. So I'm kind of basically just making my own bullet points. for this project just because I wanted it to be different. I didn't want it to look like, you know, everything else. Alright, so I'm going to move this over, and then I'm going to try to better align these bullet points here, or I should say my crowns. And let's see here. It's very tricky because, again, like, I don't have the alignment set up, which you could do, but what I'm actually going to do here is just make this background disappear for a second. That way I can kind of align myself with the squares. Alright, so here, just want to make sure this is nice and even as possible. And let's see. I'm still trying to make sure everything is nice and aligns. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could do this. I'm using an actual paper, but there is a align button that you could use here. I just don't like to do it. Alright, that is much better. And we're just going to tweak this one over just a hair. And this one over. This one is way too low. Okay, here we go. And bam. Alright, so much better. Let me highlight over this really fast. Okay. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is make this background look customized. Now, you have a couple options. You could either make your own background from scratch, which I'm doing, or you can always download a background off of Google and just kind of like throw it in the program. But I wanted something that's customized for myself. I don't want to be like anybody else. So I actually already downloaded some background stuff that I wanted to do. So we're going to do this pink, and of course I was not going in the right thing. So open as layer and click the graphic that you like, and I want to throw this all the way to the back, so I'm just going to drop it down so that it's underneath other things. Alright, so here I'm going to throw this here and open layer as, and gonna look for some more things. So I have some more splish splash here, and this is the wrong one. I'm gonna delete this. Sometimes you get ones that say transparent and that are actually not transparent, so take a look out for those. And I'm clicking the same one. I need to delete that so bad. Alright, let me see. Here we go. We got some pink here. Alright, so since I had already moved the other graphic design to the bottom, now it's kind of doing the same thing for everything else, which makes my job a lot easier. Alright, so here, kind of want this here. And let's see what else I want here. Open, nope. Open layer. And let's see. Some more pink. Come on, give me my pink, please. This is the funny business that I'm talking about. Like, trying to get these graphics to move sometimes is a pain in the culo. And this is actually not letting me move it for some reason. Alright, so I'm going to try to find the layer itself. It's not letting me grab it. Oh. Nope. I had it for a second. Right here. Alright, there we go. You literally just gotta click around just to grab a certain layer. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of throw this just a little here. Let's see where I want it. Oh, and I didn't even spell this right. Oh my god. Customize. Alright. Let's see. Try moving this somewhere up here. And this black needs to move back up. Alright. Let's see if I have any more purple. If not, I might have to use the same one. Which I don't see another purple. Okay. So we're just gonna use this, and I'm actually gonna trim this down. Let's see, about 200. Alright, and then I'm gonna move this down about here. And let me see. Alright, so I'm gonna take this layer, where is it? Here, and I'm gonna duplicate it. But this time I am going to transition this around. Rotate it to this way. Alright, and then I'm gonna move it. Oh, wrong one. And I just moved my crown, which I really didn't want to do. Alright. Oh, right here. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna scale it down just a pinch. So let's see, do about 200. Should be good. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Might want to rotate this just a little bit more. Okay. Hey. Okay. And let's move this back up a hair. And duplicate this layer here. If I can find my purple layer. And purple, where are you? Let's see. This one is purple here. There it is. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Move it over. But this time I'm going to shrink it down to like 100. And I'm going to move this somewhere up here. And I'm going to duplicate it again. It's down here. So I'm actually going to flip these around somewhere here. And move this background back over here. Move this up more. Alright. Let's see. And I'm going to duplicate this one more time. But this time I'm going to shrink it down a lot. Scale. And I'm going to do about 50 this time. Okay. And you could always, like I said, it depends on what you're graphic designing. I'm just doing some splash and paint stuff for the two colors I primarily use in my channel. But you can do it however you like. Alright, and I'm going to take this layer. Let's see where it's at. Alright, this, I'm going to, nope, I'm going to duplicate it. And move it down if I can actually grab it. There we go. Alright, and this one I'm going to actually scale down to like 150. And then I'm going to rotate this. And move it around. Hello? Can you give me my graphic design, please? Please. There we go. Got it. Alright. So now I'm just gonna make sure my background fully covers everything. And yeah. Let's see. So I still see some transparency below. I think this might be a go. Okay. So now I want to save my project in case I want to edit it at any point. So I'm going to save as, and I'm going to name this subscribe, or I'll just name it sub info, and then I want to export as. That way I have an actual file. And export, and voila. So I want to throw this into my Mixer profile. So I'm going to go back to my channel here, click manage channel, and click customize and edit. So I already had one here. I'm actually going to take this out now, and I'm going to go back to picture, but we're going to need a picture to grab it from. So I use this website here, IMGUR, and I'm just going to sign in. And I'm going to add an image, and we saved this already, so this should be sub info, and there it is. And you're going to click this, and you're going to click direct link, copy it. Alright, so I'm going to delete this here, add a picture here, click my picture, save it here. Now I want this to be a clickable image, so I'm going to click link and click paste to a different link, which I didn't show. And then I want this a little closer together, so I'm just going to backspace this out. And should be good. Alright, save it, and then now this is what my profile looks like. If you liked the video, please make sure you drop a like. Comment below if you had any troubles. If you want to see more in-depth details on certain graphic designing, please also let me know. That way I can try to get it out there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back around next time.